of All Saints, and we talked about what it meant to be a saint and how important it is that we strive to become saints of the church. We want to be saints, and as I mentioned last week in my sermon, the one person who is standing in the way of your becoming a saint is you, because we don't want to do the things that we know we should do, and we do the things we know we shouldn't do, right? And there is no help in us. It sounds like a confession form, doesn't it? Right? We get in God's way, and so our work is to cooperate with the power of the Holy Spirit and to ask Him to help us to become saints. Now, we are back to celebrating the regular Trinity calendar, and as you know, our Sundays are numbered during this time of the year as Sundays after Trinity. Those days are chosen because Trinity is a certain number of weeks after Easter, and Easter is chosen by a lunar calendar. Now, if you want to go ahead and do the research in the prayer book on how to figure out when Easter occurs based on a Sunday after a lunar calendar using the golden number, go right ahead. Personally, I just like to Google it. Easter 2020, and I know what day it is. But once we do that, then we know when Trinity is, and then the Sundays after Trinity are numbered. So some years, the Sunday after All Saints Sunday would be the 19th Sunday after Trinity. Some years it would be the 23rd or 24th Sunday after Trinity. I think it's wonderfully appropriate this week that this has fallen on the second Sunday of November as the 21st Sunday after Trinity, because there's kind of two wonderful overlaps. First of all, tomorrow the church celebrates, or the secular society celebrates Veterans Day. Tonight, this afternoon, if you would like to celebrate and thank all the veterans, as well as to remember those who died in the conflict, Armistice Day is another name for tomorrow's feast day around the world. There will be a celebration tonight at the cathedral for evensong. But, so we have a sense of military and armor that work on tomorrow's day, and we remember that today with our collect for those who have passed in the service of the country. But also, we got to hear in St. Paul's letter to the Ephesians this idea of the battle that we are involved in, and that is the battle against spiritual powers and against those things that would draw us away from the love of God. Now, I hope that you did Sunday school growing up, or if not, you at least observed the children doing Sunday school, because at some point, you probably had to make up a costume to become the armor of God, right? Remember, we had our Faith Life weekend. The children who were involved spent the whole day making their armor of God. And it's a wonderful image that St. Paul uses, because what we are involved in is a spiritual battle. I mean, yes, most of the sins that we fall into are mostly worldly and fleshly. We want to satisfy our interests, we want to satisfy what we perceive as our needs, and the world is more than happy to try to sell to you and convince you that you really need to just be physically happy in everything that you do. In addition, our fallen sin, our fallen flesh, is drawn to just that. Because of original sin, we are drawn to those things which we think will solve how uncomfortable we feel in our own skin. We allow ourselves to think that the way for us to be happy, the way for us to be content, is to chase after worldly things. And our physical flesh, our fallen physical flesh, will help us to tend towards that. Remember, we prayed during the litany that for God to help us against the temptations of the world and the flesh. But St. Paul hones in today on the third part of that petition, which is the temptations of the devil. There is an invisible part of our creation. We say during the Creed, the Nicene Creed on most Sundays, that God created the visible and the invisible. The visible is what we see around us, obviously. That which we can see with our eyes. Although I have to admit now that I'm 53, things that are closer to me are a lot fuzzier than they used to be. I remember a few years back when I turned to my wife and I handed her the magazine I was reading and I said, "Are they not printing this as clearly as they used to?" Which of course was my invitation to reading So there's a visible world. But there's also an invisible world. There's a world that we cannot see, which is also created by God. We talked a few weeks ago about our angels and guardian angels in particular. But a part of that invisible world are those fallen forces, those who have rebelled against God, as we hear in the book of Revelation, and we also hear about in the book of Daniel. Those forces that want to draw us away from the love of God, that want to trick us and deceive us. Those fallen angels, those demons that want to try to find a way to keep us from worshiping and loving the living God by actually turning it around and getting us to be satisfied with half-truths, to be satisfied with earthly things, to be satisfied with that which makes us feel good rather than perhaps what is intrinsically good by the way that God has created it. These spiritual forces are cunning. These spiritual forces are tricky. And they want to make you believe, like all sin does, that disobedience to God is not only okay, but it's attractive. We remember the story of Adam and Eve. Once Eve fell for the deception of the evil one, we are told that the fruit that she was about to eat was pleasing to the eyes. And then when she tasted it, it tasted good. Right? If there wasn't something attractive about sin at one level, we would stay away from it. If we could see the real horror of what sin is, we would avoid it at all costs. But the evil one has a way of trying to distort our vision that can't be fixed with your reading glasses. And so St. Paul tells us that we need to be armed for the battle. And the good news is that the war has already been won by Jesus Christ. Our salvation has been assured by Jesus on the hardwood of the cross. But we continue these daily spiritual battles. And so St. Paul tells us that we must put on the armor of God. It is a gift. Jesus is not only our Savior, but He's the Quartermaster. He has issued us all we need to be a part of this battle. He says that we need to have our loins girt about with the truth, right? And if somebody says, what is truth? The answer, of course, is Jesus Christ. He is the way, the truth, and the life. We have the breastplate of righteousness. In other words, we are living according to God's plan for us. Not self-righteousness, not making ourselves important, but God's righteousness. We also have our feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace, even though this is a battle. It's a spiritual battle. The ultimate goal is for the peace that passes all understanding. The shield of faith. We're able to quench the fiery darts of the wicked. We put on the helmet of salvation because it's already been achieved for us in Jesus Christ. So we have that helmet of salvation upon us. And the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. Anybody who served in the military knows that there's all sorts of great manuals out there that tell you everything from how to dress to how to perform a task, to how to, just about everything but how to eat. Although there's probably something out there that I miss. We have a manual for living, and it's the Word of God. And so we must know it. The Word of God may not give us answers to every little minutia of situation we run into. But if we know the Word of God, those situations that might otherwise baffle us, we'll be able to understand. And be able to understand our way out because we've been saturated with that Word of God. We put on this armor every day in order for us to battle against these temptations every day. 6 weeks ago tonight, they cut me open and took out the majority of my intestines. And I thank God for His mercy, of a good surgeon, of great medical care, of God's healing mercy, and your prayers. Realistically, since about 10 days after the surgery, I have been able to do just about everything they when these things try to assault us, when the devil tries to distort our vision and make us think that something that is not good is good, or something that is bad is not bad, we can think to ourselves, hold on a second, I've got my helmet on, I've got my shield, I've got the truth, I've got my breastplate of righteousness. I'm ready for the battle. I'm ready for the warfare. Whether that be something that you physically put on, like a cross with a chain. I have a thing that I wear as a third order Franciscan called a scapular, and when I put it on in the morning, it's my armor of God. It's not magic, it's not some sort of talisman of some sort, but it's a physical reminder when I put it on that I've made a promise to God to serve Jesus Christ in a particular way. When I move around, I feel it on me, and it moves about, and it says, hey Steve, God's still in charge. Follow me. So let us put on our armor of God, whatever it may be. Prayer in the morning, a physical reminder. Heck, put something on your refrigerator to remind you to pray every time you walk past it. You hear a bell going off on a church tower or a clock in your office. Say an Our Father, say a Glory Be. Put yourself back into God's presence. And when you do that, you will realize that this armor that we wear, this battle that we fight, ultimately has its reward in Jesus Christ. We have a wonderful captain. We have one who knows how to lead and who has accomplished the goal for us. So let us fight the good fight in Jesus Christ and receive our reward of eternal life. In the name of the Father,